US President Donald Trump has floated the idea that Ukraine may be Russian someday as his Vice President JD Vance gears up to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy later this week. Pushing for an end to the nearly 3-year war with Russia, Trump discussed the conflict in an interview with broadcaster Fox News that aired. They may make a deal, they may not make a deal. They may be Russian someday, or they may not be Russian someday, he said. The USA wants to return the money allocated to Ukraine by the US government because one day it may become Russia, Donald Trump told. They have a land of tremendous value in terms of rare earth metal reserves, oil and gas, other things. I want our money to be safe because we're spending hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. They may make a deal. They may not make a deal. They may become Russia someday, may not become Russia. The American leader added that he wants the equivalent in the form of rare earth metals worth about $500 billion. According to him, this way the United States does not feel foolish. Earlier, on the 9th of February, the head of the Verkhovna Rada's tax committee, Daniil Hetmantsev, said that over the 30 years of Ukraine's existence, all licenses and permits for lucrative mineral deposits were handed out to private individuals, and now Kiev has nothing to offer its partners. A significant part of Ukraine wants to return to Russia and apparently has already done so. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said this in response to US President Donald Trump's statement that Ukraine could one day become Russia. It is a fact that a significant part of Ukraine wants to become Russia, and it is already becoming Russia. This is a fact that is happening. 4 new regions of Russia. The people who, despite many dangers, stood in line and voted in a referendum to join the Russian Federation. This is consistent with the words of President Trump. Trump is pressing for a swift end to the conflict, while Zelensky is calling for tough security guarantees from Washington as part of any deal with Russia. Kyiv fears that any settlement that does not include hard military commitments, such as NATO membership or the deployment of peacekeeping troops, will just allow the Kremlin time to regroup and rearm for a fresh attack. Zelensky spokesperson Sergei Nikiforov told Agence France Presse the Ukrainian president would meet with Vance this Friday on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference.
On the streets of Kiev on Monday, some residents talked about their expectations of the upcoming security conference in Munich. According to Associated Press, the 61st Munich Security Conference will take place next week and officials will be discussing how to end the war in Ukraine, nearly 3 years after Russia launched an all-out invasion. U.S. President Donald Trump's National Security Advisor Mike Waltz says that top administration officials are traveling to the conference. Waltz's statement followed media reports that Trump had spoken with Russian leader Vladimir Putin on the phone to discuss steps toward peace. The claim comes at a pivotal moment for Ukraine, which is striving to establish a relationship with the new U.S. administration. There are fears that Trump could halt Kiev's massive supply of military aid. Resident Asta Sherbkov, a sociologist, spoke to the Associated Press and said he hoped the end of the war would be on the terms that will be fair for Ukrainian society. Because there is a lot of speculation, a lot of discussion about what is happening on the sidelines of international politics, and we hope that this kind of personal meeting of President Zelensky with the Vice President Vance, it will give an opportunity to convey the real situation of what is happening today in the Russian-Ukrainian war.
Я думаю, що у всього українського суспільства дуже великі очікування від цієї зустрічі, тому що ситуація достатньо складна і на лінії фронту, і в цілому в геополітиці. Ми сподіваємося, весь український народ сподівається, що ця зустріч дасть можливість все ж таки перейти до закінчення війни на тих умовах, які будуть справедливі для українського суспільства, тому що є багато спекуляцій, багато обговорень того, що відбувається в кулуарах міжнародної політики, і ми сподіваємося все ж таки, що така от особиста зустріч президента Зеленського з віце-президентом Венсом, вона дасть можливість донести реальну ситуацію, та що відбувається сьогодні в російсько-українській війні.
що я очікую, це припинення військового стану. Дуже хочеться вже спокійно жити, тому що наше суспільство вже взагалі настільки вже стомилося від цього всього. Загибелі людей і життя полонених, зниклих безвісті. Люди хочуть спокійно просто жити. Тому ми очікуємо, що якось вони домовляться і все ж закінчиться все якимись перемовинами, щоб і в користь України, щоб ми взагалі, можливо, і не будемо жити вже як до війни ми жили, але все ж таки хочеться мирного життя.
Україна вже 3 роки живе в очікуванні, і через це довіра до цього очікування, вона або віра в це очікування, вона трошки знизилася, і вже прям якихось таких от серйозних кардинальних рішень і не очікується. Хочеться, щоб було якесь полегшення ситуації, але прям от жити в надії, що 100% це буде саме на цій зустрічі, вже не виходить.
Ukrainian Air Force have detected and targeted an assault group of the occupying Russian army on the left bank of Dnipro River, near the occupied city of Oleshki in Kherson region. After the advancing Russian soldiers entered their dugout, a fighter jet belonging to the 40th Brigade carried out 2 strikes with the French-made AASM Hammer aerial bomb, which is known for its accuracy. As a result of the strikes, the shelter located at the railway crossing exploded, killing all Russian servicemen in the area.